5 quick ways you can use the BEST model on a daily basis with your students. Hi, health teachers, Janelle here, and I'm so excited to dive in a little bit further to that BEST model and give you 5 easy ways that you can use the BEST model on a daily basis with your students to help them build up that skill of self-management so they can better care for their own well-being. So before we get to those 5 reasons, let's recap what is the BEST model. So the BEST model is a very concise and quick tool that students can use to evaluate their well-being, and it all connects to that skill of self-management and those skill cues of pausing, reflecting, and acting. And you can check out the video here if you want to dive more into that. So basically, with the BEST model, or what it does is it divides our well-being into 4 quadrants. We have B, which is body, E, environment, S, self, and T, social ties. And what this tool does is it gives students a really clear way to do a quick scan of their well-being and determine what's going on with their health and well-being. And it gives them some self-assessment questions they can ask to check in and some ideas of how they can even maybe transform each area of their life if they're a little bit down in it. So, and if you want to dive into that deeper, I have another video, I'll link to it here, about how to use the BEST model in general. So let's look at 5 ways that we can use this with students on a daily basis. So number 1, we can use it as a really easy way to just check in with students. And so what this might look like is at the start of class, maybe you have students, if you're in the gym, they could even be laying down, or in their classrooms, they could put their head down on the table or just have them close their eyes. And you're simply just going to ask them to do a quick scan with their well-being. You can start with having them just do like a thumbs up or thumbs down, and then have them go through each quadrant of the BEST model to assess what's going on in their life and why they may be feeling up or down. So this, when we use it like this, it can actually be a tool to give ideas of what they could do to change their mood around, or it can be a way to practice gratitude and to bring a little bit more clarity about, hey, what's going on in your life. So that's one way you could use it, just as a group check, where just a group internal check. And it doesn't have to be anything written, you could just walk through it. The other way you could use it for a daily check-in is, with something written, or maybe a Google Forms check-in where they still do the same scan, but they're also tracking it continually, like in a journal. So you could do it like a bell ringer or something like that, or maybe rather than daily, you could do it weekly, but something that's just they're practicing on a regular basis, doing this very concise and specific check-in with their body and with their overall well-being. Another great way you could use this on a daily basis is actually to train all of the teachers at your school so that students can use it in their other classrooms, not just in health and PE. So what this might look like is you first do a training with other teachers at your school, train them on what the BEST model looks like. First, train them to use it for themselves, because I think that the best things when it comes to health education or when teachers are actually using these tools for themselves and they have this personal experience with it and they can share that with their students. And so you could train your teachers on how to use it for themselves, and then you could print a poster for each classroom, and then teachers could use it on a regular basis with students. So let's say a student comes into their class and they're having a really hard day. So rather than just being frustrated with the students, we know is so easy to do as a teacher, and we can maybe dismiss it that they're just being disruptive, or they're just off task, or they're just not paying attention. But a tool like this really helps us build that trauma awareness and trauma sensitivity, and that just general social emotional awareness. So what other teachers can do now is say, you know what, they can check in with the student like, hey, do you want to go check in with your BEST model? I feel like you're having a hard day today. Do you want to tell me what's going on? Or do you want to just do a quick scan for yourself? Because sometimes the students, maybe they need to check in with you and tell you what's going on. But I also am a believer that students don't always have to express that to everyone. But maybe if they have some more awareness for themselves, then it can shift how they're feeling and showing up in your class. So you could have it posted on the wall. They could look at it. You could have a little printout that you just give to students, something like that, whatever works for each student or each teacher and student individually. Another way to help students use this on a more regular basis could be to train parents. So this could be a great parent community education experience where you bring in, host a workshop with parents, teach them about the B.E.S.T model, help them again to use it for themselves first, train them to use it for themselves, give them some different scenarios, how they can use it for themselves, how it might help them better manage their own well-being. And then it can be a tool that they use with their children and checking in with their children and helping their children just build emotional regulation skills and other social and emotional skills. So that's another way that you can use it on a regular basis. And building off of the idea of training teachers and parents, we can also train coaches and other support staff at schools and at school. And this is just another way to just bring, just build this overall awareness of what's going on in terms of well-being, and recognizing that we don't show up to a space, absent of everything else that's going on in our life. And I think this is a great way to just build awareness of understanding, hey, let's take a step back, let's pause, let's see what's going on, and then let's make a choice from there. One other thing you could do is have students create their own personalized B.E.S.T model, which is part of the lesson plan, and then actually have students print that off, put it in their binder, tape it in their locker, somewhere they use it, even take a picture on their phone and save that in the notes, something that they can reflect to often. And I think it's really valuable if the copy that they have is actually that personalized copy that they made for themselves, because it's so powerful when students create something for themselves, because they tend to care more deeply for things they create. It's more authentic because it genuinely reflects and relates to their life, and it's their own personal thing. It's not me as a teacher saying, hey, this is what each element of your B.E.S.T model should look like. It's totally their own creation. All right, teachers, so those are some ways that you can use the B.E.S.T model on a daily basis. If you have some other ideas, please drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. I know other teachers would love to hear them also. And if you need any resources or support for teaching health education, please check out projectschoolwellness.com. And don't forget to hit like, drop a comment, share this video with a friend, and subscribe so you don't miss any other videos. And before I sign off, I just got to say that I appreciate the work you are doing so much. Health education truly changes kids' lives and really saves their lives, as you are helping them build such valuable life skills that are going to transform their well-being for the rest of their life. So thank you so much for your work, and I hope that you take care, and I'll see you in the next video.